Sample and sampling as the strategic selection in scholarly inquiry and transformative teaching. Sampling refers to the process by which a subset of individuals, cases, or data points is strategically selected from a larger population to participate in a study. The sample serves as the manageable and representative segment through which researchers seek to generate findings that speak to the broader population or context. Sampling addresses the critical question: who or what will be studied, and how will these selections support credible and meaningful knowledge production? Sampling strategies vary widely depending on the research paradigm, study aims, and methodological framework. In quantitative research, probability sampling methods such as simple random sampling, stratified sampling, and cluster sampling are employed to ensure representativeness and enable generalizability. For example, a doctoral researcher conducting a survey on student engagement may use stratified random sampling to ensure proportional representation across different faculties. In contrast, qualitative research typically employs non-probability sampling strategies, such as purposive, convenience, snowball, or theoretical sampling. These approaches prioritize depth, richness, and relevance over statistical representativeness. For instance, a doctoral study exploring the lived experiences of refugee teachers might use purposive sampling to select participants with direct, relevant knowledge, or snowball sampling to access hard-to-reach populations. Mixed method studies often integrate sampling approaches, selecting quantitative samples that allow generalization, alongside qualitative samples that provide in-depth insight. A critical realist study might combine a broad survey with purposive case studies to explore both structural trends and individual experiences. In doctoral research, sampling decisions are vital for several reasons. First, they impact the validity, reliability, and transferability of the study's findings. An inappropriate or poorly justified sample can undermine the study's credibility. Second, sampling must be philosophically aligned with ontological and epistemological assumptions. Random sampling aligns with positivist paradigms, while purposive sampling resonates with interpretivist and critical approaches. Third, sampling involves ethical considerations, such as inclusivity, respect, and the avoidance of exploitation or harm to vulnerable populations. Sampling also has direct relevance to transformative teaching practice. Educators engage in selective inclusion when designing learning groups, case studies, or collaborative projects. Thoughtful grouping strategies can foster equitable participation, respect for diversity, and peer learning. For example, purposeful grouping that values diverse perspectives can enhance critical dialogue and social justice awareness in the classroom. When doctoral researchers and educators attend carefully to sampling as a strategic, philosophical, and ethical practice, they strengthen the rigor, relevance, and transformative potential of their work. Thus, sampling serves not merely as a procedural step, but as a considered act of meaning-making and justice in knowledge production and education. Happy learning!